I know. Since he did that interview with Joe Rogan, I gotta catch some horns in the background. Especially since he did that podcast with Joe Rogan, and he smoked a blunt on camera, and then he had that mural done of him in L.A. with him smoking that blunt. He was just the coolest thing in the world. I don't know though. I don't know. But someone help me out. Throw me a here. So check this out. Um. So I guess the biggest thing. I mean, the world's fucking crazy right now, right? The world is absolutely bonkers right now. Um, I've listened to a number of interviews where Elon Musk talked about the dangers of AI and how it's getting out of control and how it's evolving too fast and how it's doing its thing too much and how people need to slow the hell down because AI is incredibly dangerous. This was like 5 or 6 years ago. He did at least two substantial interviews where I saw this. Now Homeboy is literally talking about shaving people's skulls open and physically interfacing the brain with AI, with a supercomputer. So it's like, on one hand, he's like, no, slow down, everybody. This is crazy. What are you guys doing? AI's going to take over the world. You guys need to chill. And then 5, 6 years later, he's like, yo, we all need to shave our skulls open and attach a computer chip to our brain tissue so that we can upload our thoughts into a global network, into an AI network. Not to mention, no one said this, right? Everyone's super anti. Everyone smash that like button for me, please, so we can beat that YouTube algorithm. Um, Not to mention, I don't know why no one's made this connection because Elon Musk seems to be super hip in the progressive world, in the sort of progressive world. Um, all my spiritual cats, they're all down for the Elon Musk, right? They're all not down for the 5G. We'll get into 5G in a second. Just saying that I probably demonetized this video. Great. So if you guys could support via Cash App or Patreon or shop at the Etsy shop. We have frankincense seeds on the Etsy shop now, and they are killing it. I'm getting such good germination success with the frankincense beezels. Anywho, let's continue. Elon Musk is the backbone of 5G. You guys realize that, right? His Neuralink, um, he's the one hosting the 5G towers, the millions of towers that are being put up all around the planet on the ground, not to mention the tens of thousands, but possibly even hundreds of thousands satellites in low orbit so that they can actually connect to the 5G towers on the ground. The entire brain of 5G is being funded and um, is being by Elon Musk. That's no one's talking about that. At the beginning of the coronavirus, I did a video on this before. We talked about how the government okayed his. Someone's got to do the Google search for me because it's been a while. Something like 40,000 sites or 400,000 sites. You got to figure. A stupid number of 5G towers went up and was okayed by the government. Just like that. At the very beginning of COVID, it didn't really get much PT because it was the beginning of COVID and that sort of got gobbled up. So I guess one reason why I don't trust him so much is because he flip-flopped hard on the AI thing. He was super anti-AI, and now all of a sudden he wants to hook our brains up to the mainframe. 1. 2, he's the backbone of the 5G rollouts. He's putting at least tens of thousands, if not more, satellites into low orbit, which scientists have already been complaining about because it's fucking up their telescopes. There was a really cool picture that showed a galaxy and a nebula with a satellite in it, and it was one of Elon Musk's low orbit satellites that link up to the 5G towers here on the planet. Now, whether or not you're pro or against 5G, the fact of the matter is that there's been 0 tests. So there's been speculation, like, oh, I talked to my friend, and her boyfriend is super into, he's just a tech nerd hard. And he's the type that, he's a brilliant dude, but he sort of scoffs at conspiracy theorists, as he should, right? It's good to question people, especially conspiracy theorists, because you got to be on top of your shit. But his whole thing was, it's a joke. He talked to his physics professor, and he said that it's impossible to have harmful damage from 5G because XYZ. In theory, I guess it checks out. I mean, I don't know who the hell his professor was, and we all know that the public education system, especially the university systems, have been hijacked to hell by the elite. And it's practically just spewing out dogma at this point. Different rabbit hole. We've talked about that. We can do on a separate video. Anywho, the fact of the matter is, my point being, there's been 0 tests. 0. There have been 0 tests to see if 5G is safe or not. Elon Musk popped out of my head. I probably should have done more research to brush up on my numbers before I started this video, but it had to come out when it came out. But I think Switzerland stopped it, but then they rolled it back out again. Belgium, but there's a whole bunch of countries around the world that were like, fuck off with the 5G, bro. Like, we get it. We can download porn way faster with 5G, but can we chill out for a second? Can we do some tests on the millions? So the towers on the surface are in the millions of 5G towers to be put all over the earth, next to schools, next to suburban homes, next to downtown cities where people are working 8 hours a day, just getting blasted by radiation, electromagnetic radiation that has never been tested. I was watching I guess you could call it one of those city council hearings, but it wasn't for the city, it was for the whole state. And this dude goes, all right, Mr. 5G dude, what's good with the 5G? Have we done any tests? And of course, he gave a very legalized, vague answer. Oh, there were tests. To my knowledge, as far as we're concerned and we are aware, gave a 30-second BS answer. And the questioner goes, so, no? So, no, that was your answer. No, you haven't done any tests whether this is safe or not? And he goes, well, to my knowledge, there hasn't been. And he goes, so you're telling me that there have been 0 tests, and for the future, you plan on having 0 tests? Because that was part of his second question. Well, do you plan on doing tests in the future? Because this is a serious thing, right? You're putting up the most powerful electromagnetic tower to date, and you're putting it next to a school. Like, are you planning on doing tests anytime in the near future? The answer was no. So, again, whether or not you're pro 5G, is sort of not the point. The point would be to go backwards and say, hey, before we even have a debate whether 5G is good or not, let's have some tests. Let's get some data going. Let's get some controlled studies going. Hey, does this stuff fry brains or does it not? Because at this point, you have conspiracy theorists battling against technocrats, battling against the 1%. And we all know, for the love of God, that the people who are the majority, the 9/10 of the 1%, could give a shit about 5G. And whether or not it's healthy or not. They're just trying to make that dollar bill, y'all. At the end of the day, it's all they're trying to do. But then you have the conspiracy nuts who are like wearing tinfoil hats and shit, and obviously you can't take them seriously. If you want to have a serious conversation about the health benefits of a certain thing, you have to have controlled tests. Like, bottom line, in our society, that's what it takes. And we don't have that with 5G. And Elon Musk is blanketing the entire fucking globe with millions of towers and tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of low orbit satellites that have already been up. There's already, I think the first run was something like 10,000 satellites got sent up right away, and then it was 40,000 was what got okayed by the government with aims of doing something in the hundreds of thousands. You guys are gonna have to help me out again with that. But it's like, fuck, man. Elon Musk, until like these past couple months, I've been thinking about it, was like the savior. You know what I mean? I love technology. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to live in a fucking hut. I'm down for. I'm 20% native myself, but you won't catch a brother chilling inside of a teepee with the fam. There's no shot. Like, I might have one in the backyard. I might do an ayahuasca retreat in some teepees, but for the love of God, I'm not trying to roughneck. When it's 20 degrees outside, I'm trying to chill in the living room at like 71. If it's 115 outside, I'm trying to chill in the living room at like 71. You know what I mean? I'm trying to beam me up, Scotty. I'm trying to go to Mars and shit. Like, trust me, I'm trying to build my own lightsaber and have some lightsaber battles. I'm down for the technology. I'm down for the forward advancement. If you guys want to download, you know, a terabyte of porn in fucking, you know, 2 seconds, by all means, you have the right to do that. You like, but at the same time, is it worth frying our brains over? And this leads me to another thing. I gotta be careful what I say, because you know how bad censoring is going nowadays, especially on YouTube. But you know what else is interesting? Speaking of testing things, I found this out at the beginning of COVID, or the beginning of the virus when it first came out. I found out about this. However, I forgot about it until yesterday when I watched another video where a doctor was saying the same thing. 2 very important points. One, someone helped me out with the name of the test. In the 80s, this doctor came out with this test. He specifically said, do not use this test to look for diseases. That's not what it was designed for. Do not do that. That's the test they're using to tell whether or not people have COVID. The test where the inventor specifically said, do not use it for that. 2, you guys know that the coronavirus has never been isolated yet? So someone goes, hey, that guy has AIDS. Well, how do you know he has AIDS? Well, we took his blood, we isolated the blood, we found the AIDS virus. Or we took the blood, we isolated the virus inside of it that we thought was killing the person. We came to the conclusion, we entered it into other cells, for example. Came to the conclusion that this is the AIDS virus. This is how it works. So we can tell. They never did that for COVID. They still haven't done that. The COVID virus has never been isolated, you guys. Like, isn't that strange? Not to mention that they are producing a vaccine like way faster than they've done for any other vaccine, and all those other vaccines have very lenient things they have to pass in the first place. This one is even more lenient. The quickness that they're producing this new vaccine is unbelievable for a disease that they haven't even isolated yet. So they're at lightning record speed. They're producing a vaccine that they have never proven to exist. That's what I'm getting at, is they have never proven the coronavirus to actually exist. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. Again, I can't jump on the conspiracy bandwagon, but I also can't jump on the elitist bandwagon. In the society that we live in today, the best I can do is say, hey, let's do some tests. Let's do some controlled tests from actual third-party people, not like Instagram where they have their third-party fact checkers, the fucking bastards. No, none of that shit. I mean, a legitimate controlled study, and then isolate the coronavirus, isolate the virus, and see, okay, this is what it is, this is how it operates. Okay, now we get a vaccination. Like, I'm all about that type of shit, all about it. But what we have going on here is criminal, you guys. Like, I don't know. If you're watching my channel, if you've been following this channel for a long time, obviously if I keep talking more on this subject, I'm preaching to the choir. I've pretty much already said the sort of heavy-hitting points that I meant to say, which is, Elon Musk, you broke my heart. I thought we had a thing, Elon. I thought we were going to Mars. I thought we were doing it, man. I thought you were going to take me to a galaxy far, far away. I thought I was going to step off the ship and Yoda's great grandson was going to walk off the fucking platform with his little tiny green baby Yoda ears, and be like swinging the lightsaber around, I was gonna be like, I fucking knew it. I knew it. Lightsabers are real. Star Wars is based on a real galaxy. We fucking made it. Elon Musk, you're the man. Instead, Elon, you're just gonna fry us all to hell with fucking 5G towers that have never been tested for safety. And everyone's gonna love you for it because you smoked a bit of weed on the Joe Rogan podcast. Speaking of which, Joe Rogan used to be all about fighting the man and like bringing truth to light and showing how mainstream pretty much everything is horseshit. And now he hates on people for fucking questioning the mainstream narrative. I don't know if you guys have watched Joe Rogan over the past 6, 7, 8 years, but he used to question the narrative of everything. Openly, he used to have guests on who questioned the mainstream narrative on everything. He used to get brilliant minds in that were presenting cold, hard facts to prove everything they were saying. Now he scoffs at people who question the narrative of things, which is weird. I think he's been compromised. Because like I want to say 2016, 17, 18, he got weird. He was like depressed in his podcast. His normal vitality, his normal spirit, the tone of his voice, the look in his eyes, everything about him was, I was like, oh, maybe he's over podcasting. Maybe he's like burnt out, or like he's fucking been doing this for so long, he's bored, he wants to get into a new thing. Maybe he's like only doing it for the money, or I was like, it was weird. If you watch the progression, I don't know if any of you guys have. Now all of a sudden he's back. He's like more chipper than ever, but he's also hates on people who question the mainstream narrative. I think Joe Rogan's been compromised. I think Elon Musk has been compromised. Depending upon how far down the rabbit hole you want to go, even Bill Gates and Linda, is that his wife's name? If you look at the side-by-side pictures and like analyze the faces, their brows, their foreheads, their ears, their nose, their mouths, unless they've been slamming human growth hormone, which can substantially change your facial features. I've seen that playing sports. Some of my homies were taking HGH. So unless Bill Gates was slamming human growth hormones because he wanted to get jacked for like a weightlifting competition that he was in, and then was kicking some down to his wife so that they can be weightlifting buddies, that dude's not the same fucking person he was a decade ago. Get the fuck out of here, you want to tell me he is. So yeah. I guess the only way for me to hang out with Yoda is to like slam a whole bunch of ayahuasca or DMT and just blast off. Hopefully catch him on the other side. I don't know. Breaks my heart though. I haven't been reading any of you guys' comments, by the way. Everyone slam that like button for me so we can... I've already cussed way too much in this video. I've talked about 5G. I've talked about the coronavirus. I'm definitely not getting any ad revenue from this video. So if you guys could at least hit the like button for me so that we can get more subscribers, that would be wonderful. And let me catch up with you guys' comments. You have been busy in the comment section. Nice. Divad, Salavi, hello, Suwan, Dr. Smith, no brain computer implants, correct. That made me side-eye him too. Goddess of Cats, Black Goddess, frankincense flower posting. Isn't that frankincense flower on IG the cutest, darndest thing you've ever seen? Limitless, it has been a while, I'm sorry. Alchemy, I know I've been saying this for like a month now, but maybe we can go live tomorrow morning for the people and give them a show. Like early for me, like 9, 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time if you're down. Where are we at? Ooh, Agent Smith hitting with the links. Thank you. Forex Alchemists. That's a new name. Hey, Forex Alchemists, introduce yourself to the squad. Say hello, everyone. Say hello to Forex. I like to give a warm welcome to those who join. Tesla is a puppet company as well, using Nikola Tesla's name with covering up free energy. Yeah, that's a fucking another goddamn thing. How the hell, Tesla, you bastard? I mean, Elon Musk, you bastard. You're going to name your car after the man who invented free wireless, truly safe electricity over 100 years ago. You're gonna jack the dude's name and put that fucking fortune you have behind yourself and not put up a bunch of Tesla towers so that people can get free electricity? Get the fuck out. Good point, Forex. I should have noticed that. So that should have been the first sign that that man couldn't be trusted. God damn it, Elon Musk. Heartbroken. Speaking of alchemy of life, you know what he said to me the other day? He said, pray something like, pray that you don't meet your idol, because we idolize someone and it turns out they're probably bastards, especially if they're fucking on the news all the time, because we all know fucking whatever the mainstream news says is good is probably bad, and whatever is bad it's probably good, and basically whatever they put on there is for a negative agenda, period, at this point. The fucking bastards. I lost my spot in the comment section. I'm a little fired up right now. Where are we at? Smith with the links. Thank you kindly, Smith. In 2018, more than 200 scientists and doctors cited the large body of scientific evidence of harm when they submitted the 5G appeal to the United Nations, calling for a moratorium on 5G. I didn't know that. In the appeal, these experts wrote that radio frequency electromagnetic fields have not only been proven to be harmful for humans and the environment, but that damage goes well beyond the human race, with growing evidence of harmful effects to both plants and animals. Smith, you're a godsend. Thank you for that, for sharing the links with us. That's so helpful. The link says there were plans for 42,000 satellites. 40,000 was what I was remembered to hit. Yeah, thank you. Do you think there's going to be a food shortage? Goddess of Cats asked, do you think there's going to be a food shortage? Trick question. Do I think planet Earth will have a shortage of food? Absolutely not. Do I think that the powers that be will create a food shortage as a sense of control? I would say 100% absolutely, because it's been done a number of times in the past, and if people don't wake up and sort of buy into the mainstream idea of things and refuse to have their own original unique thoughts, then they're doomed to repeat history. So, but do I think that Keith, think that planet Earth is capable of having a lack of food? Absolutely not. No, there's no shot. There's no shot. Like, you kidding me? You see this? You see all that behind me? That's 2 bean plants. I've been able to have, no, that's 4, I'm sorry. There's 4 bean plants on that pole right there. And then there's a whole bunch back there. But it's so, what is that? Probably a 7 foot by 7 foot plot. And I've been able to grow enough beans for 4 people with a 7 by 7 plot. And that's a shitty plot of beans, you guys. That soil is awful. I've been neglecting it. It's half of it's dead. I haven't really been fertilizing it properly. It's just been kind of doing its own thing, and I've been able to feed 4 people with 6 bean plants. Run out of food? You kidding me? Playoffs? Get the fuck out of here. Run out of food. Next question. Sorry, hold on. Let me. I'm reading your comments. Give me a sec. Damn, you guys have been commenting a lot. I'm on my phone, so it's hard for me to keep up. Alchemy, what up? Z Williams, what up? Akjari Drogon, what up? What up, player? Smith, live in the gym every day, my friend. Letters, you really thought Elon was for the people? I mean, I didn't think he was for the people. I wouldn't even necessarily say that I am for the people. Like, you know what I mean? I'm for, like, planet Earth, but I do fucking selfish things all the time. Like, I drive a car that burns gasoline. I fucking play video games when I should be meditating to make the world a place. So, like, I'm not always for the people all the time. But I thought Elon Musk was at least doing some cool shit. If I wasn't thinking he was for the people, but at least wasn't thinking that he was directly against the people, if that makes any sense. I was bamboozled. I'm telling you, man, I was really trying to go to Mars. I'm down for space exploration. I'm down for the fantastic scientific sci-fi lifestyle. I love that shit. So I was excited. I was excited. What do you want from me, man? I was excited. Trying to catch. Oh, there's something crawling on me in the. For the people. Dream State, what up? Dream State, what up? Hey. 424. I don't know how far behind in the comment section I am. How you been, fam? Good to see you. I've been good. Actually, this past month has been heavy, but these past week or so has been really good. Been really good. Mandalore as well. I know the time is coming soon. Z, my phone is at like 9% battery, by the way. It burned through 10% battery in like 10 minutes, so we might cut out. Maybe he was killed and replaced with a clone. I didn't want to say that, Dream State, but I wanted to say that. I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad that you said it. I'm glad somebody. I'm glad it was said. Glad it was said. Military tribunals, March 2, 2021. We will be able to witness executions of deep state members. I don't know why we gotta wait till March 2021, man, but I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I just watched videos on Facebook about these exact topics. Clones, human growth hormone. Really? You were watching topics on human growth hormone? Wow. Damn, Dream State, looks like you've been ahead of the game with the cloning thing. I haven't gone down the cloning rabbit hole myself, but I've come across it enough, and I've seen enough side-by-side pictures to know that something's up. Where we at? I think I'm all caught up to you guys' cons. Those beans don't play. Yeah, you guys, if you want to, by the way, if you guys want to grow some veggies in the backyard that will produce like crazy, pole beans. Don't do the bush beans. Bush beans are convenient if you don't have a pole for the beans to grow up. But I swear to God, my beans have been producing for months. Just keep them picked and they like, man, the beans are no joke. Elon Musk sound pretty dumb for someone who is supposed to be so smart. I don't want to criticize the man's intelligence. Like, Elon Musk is probably 1,000,000 times as smart as I am. You know what I mean? But intelligence, clearly, if you've ever read a history book, intelligence is not the key factor for a good person. Lemongrass, hot commodity, white sage. Yeah, I got white sage too. I got a whole bunch of stuff right here. I have my California Artemisia californica. That's my California mugwort. We have our oregano plants. We have a little mango tree. White sage is right there. You see the white sage right there. Yeah, grow your own food, grow your own medicines, you guys. He was pictured with Miss Maxwell. Questionable company. Who was pictured with Maxwell? Who's that? CC Rose? CC Rose, you know some shit that we don't? What the hell? The clones are just actual human beings in silicone bodysuits that look like said person. See, now that was a rabbit hole I'd never been down. We're gonna have to talk about some shit tomorrow, alchemy. I gotta do a Facebook video spiral. It started with puppies and recipes. And as I scrolled, it went to more extreme topics. Hey, puppies, man. That's how they get you. Potatoes. You create your own reality. Well, it's just an observation. No, I feel you. I just, um, I didn't want people to think I'm making a video that I'm somehow smarter than Elon Musk. That's not at all what I was trying to say. Just that, yeah. Anyhow. Oh, of course I remember the movie White Chicks. I had a dream that I put my son in a puddle of water and gave him a bath. That's funny. My son was playing in mud before I made this video. He was splashing around in the mud, which is good, you guys. If you guys have kids, let them play in the dirt. Let them play in the mud. Let them get dirty. The more you introduce their immune system to their environment and the biology within their environment, the better off they are. A fascinating study I read was how kids develop more allergies when they grow up in the city because their bodies have never been introduced to the biology of the forest. So when they do finally get to the forest, or pollen starts to try to have sex with their nose, their shit goes crazy. So 2014 Oscars after party. Elon was chilling with Ghislaine. The plot thickens, CC Rose. The plot thickens. City boys, them country boys, with them big fat wheels, peeped inverted cow grills, and oh no, hell no, boy, yawning up and done it. You ever see you guys? Please tell me you guys know what song I'm singing. Please tell me you guys know what song. All right, I gotta dip out because my phone's about to die. And I hate to leave without saying goodbye. So thank you everyone for stopping in. If all goes according to plan, I'll shoot Alchemy a message in the early AM or whenever I get up. And let's see if I can run a live before the before our little barbecue we got going. And I'll try to be more consistent on the YouTube channel. I've been slowly watching my analytics drop for the past month, like 2,000 views a day, 18, 16, 14. I think I dropped to 900 views a day a couple days ago, and that's the lowest I've been in over a year. So I was like, oh, fuck, Keith, you should probably be a little more consistent on the YouTube channel. But I've been busy doing shit, so. But I'll see you guys soon, all right? Two Fish Swimming, interesting name. Akjari, thank you, sir. Salabi, thank you. CC, thanks for adding what you're adding. I'll talk to you guys soon, all right? Thank you for the links. John Smith, thank you for the links. All right, take it easy.